Stay close, child. The spirits rise.
We're no longer scared.
By the circle, people!
What if the church you trust is feeding on your very soul? In a quiet Nigerian village, a mysterious church appeared overnight, offering miracles, but behind its doors, something terrifying waits. Watch closely, because every prayer has a price. The church appeared overnight on the outskirts of Eziama village in southeastern Nigeria, rising where cassava farms once stood. No one saw builders arrive, yet by morning a massive white structure stood complete, polished, and silent. A glowing sign read, Church of Everlasting Light. Villagers gathered in awe, whispering prayers and questions. Some felt peace looking at it, others felt a strange chill, but curiosity pulled everyone closer. On the first Sunday, a man called Pastor Elisha emerged. He was tall, soft-spoken, and unnaturally calm. His voice carried warmth, yet his eyes reflected something ancient. He preached about salvation, destiny, and burdens being lifted. As he spoke, people wept uncontrollably. Sick bodies felt lighter, sorrowful hearts felt relief. Testimonies spread quickly, drawing crowds from neighboring villages. Unknown to them, something darker stirred beneath the church floor. Long ago, the land had been a spiritual crossing, a place where wandering souls passed between worlds. The church was not built to save souls, but to harvest them. Every prayer fed something unseen. Every tear strengthened a covenant sealed centuries before. That night, old Mama Nkeru dreamed of chains dragging across the altar. She woke screaming, warning that the church was wrong. Nobody listened. Miracles had blinded reason. Offerings increased. Confessions grew deeper. The church doors never truly closed. As the moon rose, shadows gathered around the building, slipping inside like smoke. A bell rang without being touched. Far beneath the pulpit, something breathed, satisfied. The harvest had begun, and Eziama village would soon learn the cost of worship given without discernment, faith offered without question, and light that did not come from God at all. Faith watched patiently, counting hearts, waiting for the moment belief would fully outweigh fear and seal their irreversible doom forever here. Within weeks, the Church of Everlasting Light became the heartbeat of Eziama village. People abandoned ancestral shrines, marketplaces emptied early, and Sundays felt like sacred festivals. Pastor Elisha's sermons grew deeper, promising breakthroughs, healings, and visions of divine favor. The desperate came first, barren women, sick children, indebted farmers, and grieving widows. None left unchanged. A crippled boy stood and walked during service. A woman bled no more after years of suffering. A man possessed by madness spoke clearly again. Each miracle drew thunderous praise. Yet after every testimony, the person involved grew strangely quiet, withdrawn, as if something precious had been taken alongside their pain. Their eyes lost sparkle. Their laughter faded. At night, Pastor Elisha descended beneath the altar alone. Beneath the church was a hidden chamber carved into ancient rock. Symbols older than Christianity glowed faintly on the walls. At the center lay a massive black stone pulsing like a heart. It fed on gratitude, devotion, and surrendered will. Every miracle was payment, every healed body a soul slightly thinned. Children began falling ill after attending night vigils. Dreams turned dark. Worshippers heard whispers during prayer, urging deeper commitment. Give more, the voices said. Stay longer. Trust fully. The church demanded fasting, confessions, and midnight services. Attendance doubled. Only young Chibuzo sensed danger. During prayer, he saw shadows kneeling among worshippers, drinking from invisible streams flowing out of human chests. He told his mother, but she silenced him. Miracles had saved her life. Doubt felt like sin. The stone beneath the altar swelled, satisfied. The harvest was working perfectly. Faith blinded wisdom. Hope masked decay. And Pastor Elisha smiled softly, knowing Eziama's souls ripened quickly when fear, gratitude, and belief were carefully mixed and consumed without mercy or restraint. Chibuzo was only 12, but his eyes saw what elders could not. Each time he entered the church, the air felt heavy, like breathing through water. During worship, while others closed their eyes, Chibuzo kept his open. That was when he saw them clearly. Dark shapes stood among the congregation, tall and thin, without faces. They bent over worshippers as prayers rose, drinking something invisible that flowed from human bodies like mist. The shadows never touched children who stayed outside. They moved only when Pastor Elisha raised his hands. Whenever the congregation shouted amen, the shapes grew larger. Chibuzo felt weak just watching them. His heart pounded with fear. One night, during a vigil, he saw something worse. The altar opened briefly, revealing a deep pit glowing red beneath the pulpit. A black stone paused slowly, and the shadows bowed toward it. Chibuzo screamed and collapsed. When he woke, Pastor Elisha stood above him, smiling kindly. "You are sensitive to the spirit," the pastor said softly. "It is a gift." But his eyes won silence. After that night, Chibuzo began losing strength. He stopped eating. His dreams were filled with chains, bells, and voices calling his name. His mother dragged him to church repeatedly, believing prayer would heal him. Each visit made him weaker. Desperate, Chibuzo confided in Mama Nkiru, the old woman everyone ignored. She listened carefully, nodding with fear. She revealed the land once housed a covenant shrine that fed on human devotion. "What you are seeing," she whispered, "is harvesting." Together, they planned to expose the truth. But time was short. The church bells rang louder each night, and the shadows grew bolder. The stone beneath the altar was almost full, and once complete, no soul in Eziama would escape its claim again alive. The night the altar opened, rain fell without clouds. Thunder rolled low, shaking Eziama village like a warning drum. Yet the church was packed. Pastor Elisha had announced a special midnight service, promising total deliverance and divine elevation. People arrived barefoot, clutching offerings, desperate for change. No one noticed the air growing colder, heavier, almost metallic. As prayers intensified, the church doors shut on their own. Candles flickered violently. Pastor Elisha's voice deepened, no longer gentle but commanding. He asked everyone to kneel and surrender fully, to release doubts, fears, and names spoken only in their hearts. As voices rose in desperation, the floor beneath the altar cracked open. A deep pit revealed itself, glowing with red and black light. The massive stone beneath pulsed rapidly, beating like a living heart. Shadows poured out, multiplying, stretching across the ceiling. Worshippers froze, unable to move. Their prayers turned to silent screams. Mama Nkiru dragged Chibuzo toward the exit, chanting ancient words. The shadows recoiled slightly, hissing. Pastor Elisha screamed in fury, his human form flickering. His skin darkened, eyes burning like embers. He was no pastor. He was the keeper of the harvest. The stone began pulling harder. Some worshippers collapsed, their bodies alive but empty, eyes wide and hollow. The church shook violently. Cracks spread along the walls. With a final desperate effort, Mama Nkiru threw sacred chalk onto the stone, breaking the rhythm. The pulsing slowed. The shadows shrieked in pain. The altar began closing. As dawn approached, the pit sealed itself. Pastor Elisha vanished into smoke. The church stood silent again. But Eziama had changed forever. Some souls were taken. Others were scarred. And the cost of blind faith was written into the village's history, never to be forgotten again by anyone who survived that terrifying night. Morning came quietly, as if nothing had happened. The rain stopped, birds returned, and sunlight touched Eziama village with cruel no mercy. Yet the silence felt wrong. The Church of Everlasting Light stood unchanged from the outside, but its doors would never open again. No bell rang. No voice called worshippers. The building felt empty, like a shell abandoned by something that had fed well. Villagers emerged slowly from their homes. Some walked aimlessly, eyes dull, memories fractured. Others wept openly for those who collapsed during the night and never woke up. The elders declared the church forbidden ground. No one argued. Fear had replaced faith. Mama Nkiru died 3 days later, peacefully, her duty complete. Chibuzo survived, though weaker, carrying scars invisible to the eye. He would grow up remembering shadows and warning others that not every light was holy. His story became truth passed quietly, never shouted, but never forgotten. The church was eventually swallowed by weeds. Vines crawled over its walls, hiding its name. Travelers avoided the land instinctively. At night, some claimed to hear faint singing beneath the soil, but no one stayed long enough to confirm it. Eziama learned its lesson. Faith returned slowly, tempered with wisdom. People prayed again, but asked questions. They listened to dreams. They respected old warnings. The land healed, but the memory remained. Deep beneath the abandoned altar, the black stone lay cracked, weakened but not destroyed. It slept, waiting. Harvest never truly end. They pause. And somewhere, in some future place, belief without discernment would rise again, preparing new soil for another church, another promise, and another terrible mistake waiting patiently to be born.